You're joining us at St George's Park for the Men's Super League, where Bedford Mighty Eagles have made the first hit. That was Gordon on Gittings, who just left his hands to the side, looking out for a catch, but didn't make one. Bit of a sidestep there to get away from the throw of Anderson. No hit, and then there was a retaliation from Briggs, but there was no hit, so it is 6-5 up. Bedford Eagles. Sidestep from Gordon, gets out of the way. Sood comes and tries to make a catch from an after throw. Oh, it's gone chaotic here. There's been plenty of hits. Britnell Craven cheering the hit that his teammate Fowler made on Josiah on the right-hand side just then. So now we have 4 players near side for Bedford Mighty Eagles against the black and white of Storm, coming up with 3 balls. 1 ball put in low against Briggs, and it manages to clip his toes before hitting the ground. So well done to Ndumbe for making that shot. 3-3. 2 balls coming in at Ndumbe. He manages to block one and duck underneath the other. They throw 2 at number 14, who moved himself into the middle of the court. So it was a good movement, but unable to block the ball successfully. So 14, Burdett is out, and Storm take a 1-player advantage. Simple ball blocked by Steve, who then goes straight back at Midder, who blocks it. He has the chance to throw 2 at Fowler, and the second one hits. That's Craven making a hit on the legs of Fowler. He jumps over the ball of Anderson there, thinks about making a counter, but instead they've chosen to take their time with it. Will they release 1 here? Yes, 1 goes at Stephen Dumbe, who blocks it back into the possession of Bedford Mighty Eagles. This first set has been a lively one. Anderson with an early pre-throw, and the sort of shocked Craven a little bit, who just released his ball somewhat haphazardly. I think it rolled forwards, so it was an invalid attempt. He was called out for that. Meanwhile, Ndumbe and Anderson managed to finish up, completing the set by hitting out Midder, number 10. Oh, okay, so we're at 4-0 now to London Storm, and we're going into the 3rd set. Single ball blocked by Josiah, who presses up the court to see if he can catch it, but decides not to. He blocks the early pre-throw from Fowler, keeps himself safe, and we still have 6 players on court for both teams. Of course, you're allowed to block with the ball in your hands. Single ball released down the middle by 14 Burdett. No hit. Sood collects the ball in the middle for Storm, and he tries to release at Burdett this time, who just flicks his head out of the way at the last second. He's called a clip on the shoulder. So he takes a walk to the outbox after that call from the ref. Sood ducking underneath the powerful throw of Gordon. Single ball down the middle from Josiah. He looks to counter, then a cross court comes in at him. He makes a catch, but are the refs calling a line fault on the side? Did that happen before the catch was made? I'm sure the refs are going to come in and make the correct call here. We'll see what happens. Walk to the outbox, so a foul was called by treading on the outside of the court, the line there, but the catch was made first, so Bedford Mighty Eagles in black have 5 players, as do London Storm, far side of the court. No hits there, and we are tied up with an equal amount of players on both sides of the court. Oh, nice little flurry of exchanges there. Initially, there was a great dodge by Midder. And we see that London Storm have come out on top with 1-player advantage. They've released 3 at Britnell Craven, managed to get that hit. Gittings dashes up the court to collect that ball, make a counter on Gordon. Very brave play. Midder trying to get the deflected catch, but manages to keep himself in court as it just bounded outside. He gets a pre-throw hit on Anderson, but it's Fowler who follows up with a hit on Midder. And it's a 1v1 here. Who is your money on? We have Craven for Bedford Mighty Eagles, who makes a jump over the ball there, and he has 3 balls in his possession, so it's going to be on him to play, but will Gittings go first? Oh, they go simultaneously. Both players just finding their balance on one foot, trying to make themselves a small target. That ball low into the ground. That won't be a hit because it hit the grounds first. And again, simultaneous throws. It's going to be one from Gittings. Craven looking to block. He's taking a more slow approach. He's got 2 balls in his hand. One releases wide of the target. Central ball is blocked back by Craven. And the time is blown for the end of the 3-minute set with 1 player apiece. That means both teams will score 1 point each, making the current score 5-1 to London Storm in the white and black on the far side of the court. And the 4th set gets underway with London Storm in possession of 3 balls. They've made a call. Who's going to be releasing here? It's going to be one from the middle, but there's a fantastic lateral movement from Craven using the half space created by Josiah, who pushed up the court. Couple of fakes, and it's released by Josiah on Britnell Craven, who makes the counter hit on Gordon. Josiah looking to counter. Looked like he was going to go for Britnell Craven, but instead goes for Anderson, who blocks it and then comes up trying to make a counter himself, but unsuccessful. So here we are, 5v5. Early pre-throw from Laverty, 57 London Storm, but they've released 3 at him, and one of them must have clipped because he is now walking to the outbox. Can Bedford Mighty Eagles get some more points from this game? A pre-throw from Britnell Craven managed to hit out Josiah, but the Bedford Eagles have managed to hit Britnell Craven at the same time, so they maintain their 1-player advantage. Couple of fakes, 2 balls released at Fowler. There's a counter, it went to the left of Midder and to the right of Craven. No hits there. They've only got 2 left in. They've got 3 balls. They're going to release 1 cross court, and again, Bedford Mighty Eagles taking a calm, slow approach. Safe block into the ground, and a counter on the right-hand side of the court as you're looking at it. Hits out Burdett, and the player advantage is still with Bedford Mighty Eagles, but it's only 1 now. Will there be a double counter? No, single counter on the left-hand side, but Midder's able to duck underneath it. 10, 11, and 13 for Bedford Eagles. Craven gets countered, but he's able to sprint back and get out the way. It's Craven again who releases. He's sprinting back, he's in the middle. The counter is onto Briggs this time, who blocks it up. Calls for calm. They want to take a slow approach. I think they want to feel out this game with their players in the lead. Maybe get a win by timing out with more players left on court. 2 pre-throws in at the same time. Craven unable to block them both. Slow call from 13 and 10, and they do manage to make a hit. Oh, an athletic jump up by Briggs, and another jump to the side. Amazing lateral movement from number 13. Anderson with the 2-ball throw, the one which popped up in the air, made the hit on Midder, but it bounced in the air. Briggs was alive to it. He ran forward, did a knee slide, gets the catch, wins them the set, and he's going to take 1 set off because he's tired after that. That was a top effort from Bedford Mighty Eagles in the black to get themselves 2 points and to bring their score up to 3 versus the 5 of London Storm. Middle ball won by Bedford Mighty Eagles. They're going to just wait until it comes into their possession to make a call and slowly walk up court. Where's it going to come from? It's going to come from the left-hand side onto the wing, but that's neatly blocked by Ndumbe, number 20 for London Storm. Single ball released from the middle, Britnell Craven on Craven, who makes an athletic leap into the side of the court. Bird it down the middle, nowhere near the target though. And Ndumbe going for a counter, but he hits the ground rather than a player. Haddenby on the ball. Oh, amazing dodge from Josiah, and then he looks to make the cover shot on Britnell Craven successfully. Oh, high court pressure from Midda, who takes the hit on Ndumbe. Meanwhile, we see number 33, Sheehan, going out also. Could this be another frame taken by the Bedford team? Fantastic catch from number 57, Laverty, and Fowler hit. And Laverty with a nice counter, hitting out number 14, Burdett. Storm with 3. Eagles with 3. Cross court from Midda. Single ball at Craven, who makes a dodge. Laverty trying to catch on his way back. A line fault from Haddenby, way off the back of court. Pressured by Britnell Craven there. Got to stay in the middle of the court. Got to stay in your half of the court, I should say. Looking to make a catch that bounces up in the air. Is he successful in doing so? No catch, they're saying. Well, referees are going to come and just discuss that. There might have been a hit before the second one popped off his knee and then he made the catch. If that is the case, then he will be out and there will be no catch made. No player coming back in. So it's a big call for the referees to make. Important one that they get right. So they've decided that the first ball hit the ground and the second one did hit him in the knees, but because it popped up and he made the catch, the Bedford Eagle player is out and London Storm get an extra player back in. And they're going to time that one out, winning it by having 3 players left on versus the 1 of Bedford Eagles, who are unlucky not to come away with any points in that set. As we go to half-time, the scores are 7 to London Storm and 3 to Bedford Mighty Eagles. And I will rejoin you for more commentary in the second half. If you've been enjoying it, you can let me know at Brew Cousins on Instagram or X. Nice one. We're back for the second half here at St George's Park. You've got London Storm near side camera, whose middle player has line faulted at the start. That's to go over the middle line at the start as they're competing for the ball. So they're down 2 players already with Sood hit on an early exchange. Lavity is caught by Josiah, and also Ndumbe is out, and this is a disastrous start to the second half here on BT TV with me, Brew Cousins. Safe block by Josiah. London Storm left with just 2 players in. Fowler gets the pre-throw hit on the middle player, Burdett. But barely makes a dent. There's only 2 of them left in. Some nice lateral movement, but he had 2 balls coming at him, Fowler, and that's difficult to get away from. Now it's all left up to Britnell Craven. Nothing you could do there with 4 balls coming at you. Very difficult. So it's a poor start for London Storm there, which cost them that set. And things are looking a bit tighter now, and they lead by just 1 set as we start the second set in the second half. That's right, the score is 7-5 to London Storm. They're up against Bedford Mighty Eagles in the Men's Super League here at St George's Park. If any of your favourite dodgeballers are on court right now, shout them out in the comments. Let us know who they are. What do you like seeing them do? Single ball with Bedford Mighty Eagles is in the middle. That player gets killed off pretty easily. No casualties on the side of London Storm, and they managed to retain 2 balls in their possession. Single ball released, trying to catch Britnell Craven unaware, but he was too high up the court for that to connect. Dodged down low by Ndumbe after releasing straight ahead at his counterpart on the wing. Managed to make a hit. Cross court by Josiah, looking to hit out number 29 Ndumbe. Gets down low to block those balls. Single ball with Bedford Mighty Eagles again. No nonsense from Lavity, just smashes out number 2 of Bedford Eagles there. 2 balls again put at Ndumbe, who makes himself a small target. They managed to hit out number 4 for Bedford Eagles. And a double counter finishes it off for London Storm. They're going to go 4 points up, that's 2 sets ahead. As we push on in the second half here at St George's Park. Sheehan attacked from the off, hits him on the legs. Catch by Josiah. Fowler is out. Strong start from Bedford Mighty Eagles in this set. Couple of fakes, a jump and a kick of his legs out to the side by Britnell Craven keeps him safe, keeps him alive. Fantastic double ball attack on Josiah after he did an early pre-throw. He's walking to the outbox now. Couple of fakes before Ndumbe releases at midder. London Storm, 4 players left on court. Bedford Mighty Eagles 5. Single ball released down the middle. It's a strong hit from 57 Laverty. Another 2-ball attack on Ndumbe, who has again made himself a small target and managed to block it successfully. 3 balls going for Craven, or pressure of 3 balls, but only actually 2 released, and 1 hit him on his legs. He tried to kick them behind himself, tuck them out of the way. Just not quite in time this time around. Lots of pump fakes as they come up, and a cross ball released by Midder. And Ndumbe pumping as he comes up, but it's Brittle Craven who released on the left-hand side. Rudland successfully blocking, and Storm have turned this around. They are 4 players up. Well, they have 4 players while Eagles have 3. In fact, update, they have 3 versus 3 now. Anybody's game. Early pre-throw came in, 2 balls released, managed to make a hit. Storm take the lead for the first time in this set. Play 2 is called on Bedford Mighty Eagles. They're going to release 2 at the wing. He's ducked underneath 1 and blocked the second one. He's pressed up the court but decided to wait for his teammates. They have 4 balls. They've made a call. Will they release 3 together? Early pre-throw came in, then they released 2. They managed to hit out number 3 of Bedford Mighty Eagles and casually stroll to the back of court. Up they come again. Early pre-throw again. Single ball released, and he's just tumbled off the back of court, unfortunately. Unable to keep his balance there. And despite the Bedford Mighty Eagles taking a lead early on in that set, they've not come away with any points, meaning the score is currently 5-11 to London Storm. Fantastic cross court, manages to catch out Brittle Craven, who tried to tuck his legs out of the way. Single ball released from Anderson, straight up the top. Josiah didn't know what's hit him, but he's been smacked in the head, unfortunately. Midder releases on Ndumbe, who just keeps his balance, blocks it up in the air. Safe from that attack. Quick release by Ndumbe. He's managed to get out Ndumbe again. Seems to be getting the better of him on this right-hand side as you're looking at the court. Nice counter by Anderson on Rudland. Storm with 2 balls. Single ball from Bedford Eagles goes into the ground, so of course that's not going to be a hit. Pre-throw came in early from the right-hand side, but was hit out in that endeavour, and meanwhile on the right-hand side another hit. So looks like Bedford are going to lose that set, and London Storm giving themselves a little clap, as it appears they might be out of sight now. And just to stop any momentum, Bedford Mighty Eagles have called a timeout, and we'll take a pause for 1 minute. Mighty Eagles winning the middle ball. It's released at Fowler, who blocks. There's a retaliation from Laverty, but he gets hit out by Gordon, who then gets hit out by Fowler. And that's where we're at the start of this set. 5v5. Play 2 called on Bedford Eagles. Fowler jumps over both of them. Midder gets it out. 2-ball attack. Fowler taking command of that play, telling his teammate exactly where to put it. It means they're up by 1, but not any longer because Fowler himself is out. Counter from number 37, Sheehan. They've taken the lead again, London Storm. Plenty of fakes at the front of court from Gittings. Early pre-throw there. They've collected 3. They've stopped Bedford Eagles making a set play there. And put plenty of pressure on. Craven just hopping out of the way of Sood's throw on the right-hand side. And he doesn't want to give him any respite. 2 balls in at the wing, but there's a duck down low. Oh, Craven tries to leap, comes inside the court, so 2-directional movement, which is good, but the countering players tracked his movement really well to make that hit and to get their team a 2-player advantage. Cross-court ball, and then a straight counter from Sheehan, just wide of the mark. Nice counter from Sheehan, and then a duck down low. Anderson gets himself caught out, and Gordon gets to come back in for that. It's 3 versus 2 now. Single ball high. Nice little jump there from Gordon. Looking very pretty in the air. Gittings unable to make the hit. 2 balls. Oh, but it's blocked up for Sood to catch. And the refs have called that as a set to London Storm. Middle ball won by London Storm, but one of their balls escapes back over to the other side, so it is Bedford Mighty Eagles with possession of 3 balls. They're going to release 1 down the middle, and Dumbe does a big dodge into the side, which is teammates really like. Oh, and he's ducked at the top of court, and the cover shot from Fowler to take out the person who pre-throwed by Bedford Rangers was good, so they've taken a player advantage. A couple of pump fakes from the wings, no hit from the 3-ball press that Bedford Eagles put on. Will there be one from London Storm? Early pre-throw, no hit from Storm, nobody out. Storm with 3 balls again. They're going to release 1 down the middle. They managed to make a hit on Gordon, but there's an after throw that hits out number 29 and Dumbo. Two balls blocked up by Laverty as he was targeted there. They've got 4 balls. Will they release 3 here? They're releasing 2 and then a third. There was a catch made by Midder. Fantastic stuff. Gittings, the player who unfortunately gave that one away, and it's turned things around there because they managed to get an extra player back in, and with the ball possession there, they've managed to hit out a winger in Fowler, who goes to the outbox, and Storm are left with 3 players in versus Mighty Eagles 5. Early pre-throw and then a catch, and he's out after that, so Gordon comes in, and Storm down to 2. Gordon hit out with a 2-ball attack. He did do some movement, he did do a sidestep, but well tracked by the London players. Cross court from Midder, trying to catch Sheehan unawares. Sheehan goes for Craven, who steps further inside, away from his attack. Now London Storm are happy to eat up the time here because they are up in the match. And they're in fact happy to lose that set because it's the end of the game and they've taken the win. Quite convincing in the end, but well played to both teams. Fantastic stuff. If you're enjoying the action here and you're loving Dodgeball, you can let me know at Brew Cousins on Instagram or X. If you're interested in trying out the sport, definitely check out the British Dodgeball website. Find your local club and get yourself down to a session. It's super fun.